I totally get that. I understand that people, in order to move to another country and start over, you need to be certain of certain things, and because there's no certainty. The only certain thing is that you want to get the away from your country, right? I had to tap into those emotions at times because I did have a few failed attempts when I was living in Venezuela and I went to England. It didn't work out the first time, so I had to go back to Venezuela. But I was happy to be back in Venezuela. And then when I was in Venezuela, I'm like, my life is still not great. I think I'm gonna have to go and try one more time. But I was just searching for self. I was searching for myself. But you bring yourself wherever you go. A peace comes from within. Living in a particular place comes from within. And making peace with your past and making peace with where you are going. It's a little bit gray today, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. A different type of shade. Usually when I do these videos here on the path, this is my favorite path here where I live. It's usually very, very blue. It's usually very, very sunny. But nevertheless, even on a cloudy day, even on a gray day, it's still beautiful. You can see people are swimming. There's people swimming. I actually brought a hoodie myself and I had to take it off because it's pretty warm. Even though I have a rough throat or sore throat kind of thing, I feel really warm and I feel great. Seems to be a beautiful, beautiful day. So I'm just going for a walk. Calimera.
Calimera.
What's the time right now? It's 11:57. Tuesday. What date is today? I didn't bring my glasses. I can barely see. Tuesday the 4th, I believe. Oh God, I need to start taking my glasses so I can see the time. What is happening? What is happening to me? Anyways. How's your Tuesday going? I'm gonna go home now after this walk. I'm gonna go and eat lunch with my wife and enjoy the rest of the day. It's my day off today, so I still do a little bit of work. I have different side projects that I need to take care of. I use my days off obviously for that, and maximize as much as possible my time, my free time. Anyways, enough talking. Let's just go for a walk. Very quiet, very peaceful. It's not windy at all. Η θάλασσα είναι λάδι. That's a saying here in Greece. Like the sea is like oil. It doesn't have any waves or anything. It's just flat, right? looks like the sea and the sky, just the horizon disappears at some point, isn't it? You can't tell the difference. Where does it stop? Where's the horizon exactly? Where's the sea and where's the sky? But it's so peaceful, so quiet. Can't see the airplane. Huh. Te los mando. Projórame. Πού είναι, παιδιά? Where is it? Where's the airplane? Anyways. Forgive me if I speak like this, if I speak English and drop some Greek words. In reality, that's the way I communicate, especially at home. At home we speak obviously Greek, but with my wife we speak mainly English and Greek, of course, but it's a mix, and some Spanish obviously. But when I do my videos, I'm very conscious that a lot of people do not speak Greek or know very little Greek. So I try to put subtitles sometimes, most of the times. And this type of videos, I might just leave them as they are. And hopefully some fellow Greeks will just translate for me in the comment section. What does it mean when I say certain words, right? Which are just everyday words, nothing complicated. There's some expressions that I just like to use in Greek. They seem appropriate as well as I am speaking, even if I'm speaking in English or Spanish or whatever. So it's a mixed, really. It's a mix of languages. It's a mix of, different ways of expression, so to speak. Bye. Very beautiful. This could be the thumbnail. What do you think? Leave in the comment section. Seems like a cool thumbnail, right? The next question will be, what will the title of this video be? I like to frame my videos with certain themes, or if I'm talking about something, give a little bit of context, right? It's not just yet another video of Daniel walking the same path, right? But in reality, that's what my videos are all about, right? It's just me going for a walk. Share as much as possible of what I'm doing on any given day here in Greece, right? I am probably the last person that you should listen to when it comes down to living here in Greece, for many reasons. one of them is because I've been living here for many, many years already. So I'm still a foreigner. I'm not Greek. But, you know, I can tell you all the insights, all the ins and outs. I can tell you all the ins and outs of the Greek culture, of course, absolutely. But I'm talking about other things, you know. If someone is from, I don't know, the States or England or whatever, and they just recently moved here to Greece, then they will probably have a lot more to share with you. You will probably learn more things. That being said, the things that usually get shared online are just superficial stuff, right? Like, hey, don't throw toilet paper in the toilet, right? Or just random things that are not really that important. Or like, can you order Amazon when you live here in Greece? You know, because I'm so used to getting my Amazon orders immediately as soon as I place the orders. You know, random stuff like that are just, you know, this is really not important to me. And it shouldn't be important to you either when you're moving here to Greece, or if you want to know what life really is here in Greece. I could care less if I can order Amazon things here while living here in Greece. If that's the price to pay for living here, so fucking be it. You know, the same with other things, right? Like throwing toilet paper. If I can't throw toilet paper down the toilet, is the least of my worries or concerns when it comes down to moving to Greece. I moved to Greece in the midst of the Greek crisis back in 2010. I'm not going to tell that story because I have told it so many times before. But against all odds, we moved here. And I was certainly not asking or researching online about the pros and cons. First of all, there was no channels like mine, or there was no content either. You know, not just channels like mine, but there was no content the same way that we have now. I think the problem nowadays is that there's too much information, and then a lot of people suffer from, you know, paralysis by analysis, not only when it comes to moving to a particular country, but to doing anything really. Good afternoon, good morning, Calimera.
Calimera, buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿todo bien? So, you know, when I get people asking me like, what should I do? Should I move, or should I do this? And I'm like, well, the reality is that you already know the answer. You just want confirmation. There's no confirmation. There's no guarantees. You know, it's an emotional decision, of course. Every decision is an emotional decision. My decision to move here was certainly very emotional. Sorry, I'm thinking that maybe a different thumbnail like this. Or is that too patriotic? I don't know. Anyways. Τώρα φυσάει λίγο εδώ. Κατάλαβες, τώρα φυσάει και κρυώνω λίγο. Τώρα κρυώνω, παιδιά. I don't want to go into the old town or go to the Limani. I'm going to go back because over here is a little bit windy, and I don't want to get cold. Paradrija. I almost stepped on shit. It was this close. can see it now. It went out of focus now. I don't know what I did. I think now it's in focus. Πάμε πίσω. Γεια σας. Πού πάμε? Όλα καλά? And what I'm saying here, you know, it applied the same type of philosophy when I was living in Venezuela. If you're new to the channel, I am from Venezuela, right? And when I moved to the UK, to London, I just wanted to go. I just wanted to move. That was it. And I wanted to go to London, not somewhere else. You know, a lot of people told me like London is too big, too expensive. It will eat you up. You know, and I was like, I don't care, man. You know, I'm going to London. That's it. End of the story. You know, I was not paying attention to many things. I know London has changed quite a lot. I know England has changed quite a lot, obviously. The last few years, especially since I left, right? But you get my point. You know, nobody could take certain life decisions on your behalf. Γεια σας παιδιά. Όλα καλά? Talking about moving to another country and starting over, you know, I know people that live, for example, in the States. You know, I have family members that live in the States and been living there for many years. And back then, when they moved there, was of course in search of a better life, better opportunities. And nowadays, it's just, you know, I wouldn't use the word regret. But it's almost like, what the fuck is happening, right? And that is true whenever you go to a new place. Obviously, America, the States is the States, right? United States of America is United States of America. Hey, maybe this will be a nice thumbnail as well. I don't know. I'll go home and... I don't like that blue thing over there. It just doesn't look right. Like a construction site. It just breaks the beauty of nature. So, te los mando. the question is, do I regret moving here to Greece? Absolutely not, man. Are things perfect over here? Absolutely not. Far from perfect. Can things be better? Absolutely. Do we have the same issues that we have in England or in the States or in Venezuela for that matter, which is the places where I have lived? No. Different country, different set of problems, different conditions. I mean, we all want the same things, right? We want shelter. We want to be part of a community, I guess. You know, like at least in my situation, I don't want to be a foreigner. I don't want to be an expat. I want to belong in the community. Yes, that has been the story of my life anyways, throughout my even childhood, because I lived in many countries. I lived in Canada when I was a kid. So I always felt like a foreigner in a way. Like I wanted to belong. I had to learn languages, right? Like English, French, as a kid. Had to relearn Spanish when I went back from Canada to Venezuela. Kalimera, ¿sabes? So, I'm a family man, and obviously I want to belong in the community. I'm pretty sure I have made that point very clear here with my videos. Learning the language is very important to me. Yes, I have adopted many Greek things, costumes or whatever. Do you say that word, costumes? I still behave like a Venezuelan in many ways as well. I have adopted many British cultural things. Random stupid things, I will say, really, you know. But I feel happy here where I live, obviously. You know, the funny thing, and this is something that I've been meaning to share with you, because I've lived so many years outside of Venezuela. I'm at a tipping point now, or a crossroad, I guess I should say. I've been living longer away from Venezuela than the time I spent in Venezuela when I was growing up, right? So what that means is that now I have spent more time outside of Venezuela than the time I spent growing up in Venezuela. And Greece has become now the country where I have lived the most. So it's crazy when you think about it like that, you know, like where's the country or where's the place where you have lived the most? And in my case, it's Greece. Did I just stop the recording? No, I didn't. So yeah, that's just a fun fact. So I feel at home here in Greece, but the thing that I wanted to say is that because I've lived so many years outside of Venezuela, and a lot of things have happened in Venezuela as well, I consume content from YouTubers that are making videos about Venezuela, similar to what you see here, right? Just like walking videos, people that they're in Venezuela and they're showing around, because obviously, I mean, I don't know if you know much about Venezuela in the last few years, but a lot of people have left the country, you know. I mean, my family moved to the States many, I'm talking about 25 plus years ago, so before shit hit the fan, so to speak, way back in the day. And I left Venezuela as well. I left Venezuela back in 1999, 90s. My first attempt was in 1997. There were a few failed attempts to leave Venezuela. You know, as soon as I got my British passport and I was living in Venezuela and I had a life in Venezuela, I just said, I'm gone. And that's just because I had the opportunity. I knew how to speak English. I had a British passport. The reason why I had a British passport, or I still have a British passport, is because I was born in London. But my family's from Venezuela. Now, I'm not going to tell the story again. I've done many videos about this, so go and watch them. I'm not going to do a little bio here about my heritage and where I come from. All you need to know is that I'm a foreigner living here in Greece for the last 15 years. So anyways, my point is that I watch videos just like this ones. The ones that you watch right now here on the channel, which are videos about my life here in Greece, and I'm showing you Greece on any given day. I watch this type of videos as well about Venezuela. And I was thinking to myself, like, now I understand some of you guys that you watch my content and you just want to see, you just want to see a little bit of Greece, see a little bit of what's happening on a random day, right? Like, how can I show life here in Greece, even if it's something as simple as a walk like this one, right? Hello.
Hi there.
Yeah, many stairs over there. So I understand where you're coming from when you watch my videos. You know, I have experimented with different type of content, and I'm experimenting with content as we speak right now. And I wanna, I wanna share. That's the whole purpose, because when I see those videos, about Caracas, that's where I used to live when I was in Venezuela. It just brings so many memories, and yes, I feel a little bit homesick. But I feel at peace as well with certain things, and it's just, I don't have those bad sentiments. I don't have those bad feelings about Venezuela. I don't go like, oh, fuck that country. I'm so happy I left. Look at me now. I'm living in Greece, the lifestyle. I'm not like that. I have friends who actually are like that. And I know people, when they leave a country, they need that, I guess, that energy, that hate. They need that to convince themselves that there is the right decision for them. I understand that. I totally get that. I understand that people, in order to move to another country and start over, you need to be certain of certain things. And because there's no certainty, the only certain thing is that you want to get the fuck away from your country, right? In my case, it was not like that, at all. But I understand that sentiment, and I understand that feeling very, very well, because, I had to tap into those emotions at times, because I did have a few failed attempts when I was living in Venezuela and I went to England. It didn't work out the first time, so I had to go back to Venezuela, but I was happy to be back in Venezuela. And then when I was in Venezuela, I'm like, my life is still not great. I think I'm gonna have to go and try one more time. But I was just searching for self. I was searching for myself, but you bring yourself wherever you go. So even if I pack my bags right now and go to Venezuela, I am 100% sure and I have 100% guarantee that I will make it work out somehow, and I will be the same Daniel, because I'm content with myself. I am happy with myself. I will have to adapt to political uncertainties, situations that are happening in Venezuela for the last 20 years or so. But even in quite recent years, things have changed so much, right? I will have to adapt, no question about it. But a peace comes from within. Living in a particular place comes from within. And making peace with your past and making peace with where you are going. So I have no idea why this video is turning so philosophical all of a sudden, but maybe I need to hear this. But I am in a stage in my life that I don't need to convince myself that I have made the right decision. I'm in peace. I'm at peace with that. And I can watch videos about Venezuela and feel this sense of like, that's where I grew up, man. And I'm so fucking proud. I have so many memories, both good and bad, Hell, I have memories good and bad from here, from Greece, and from England, and from wherever the hell I have lived before. Έχουμε μεγάλη παρέα εκεί κάτω, κάνουμε μπάνιο και όλας. Μπράβο. I wish I could go for a swim, but still with my stitches, it's not happening anytime soon. Even having a shower nowadays is just such a headache. Anyways, look at people swimming. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have no idea what I'm gonna title it. Just yet another video of a foreigner rambling around about life and a day in Greece. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. One thing is for sure, I really appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all of you guys who drop a comment. Don't forget to drop in the comment section where you're watching this video from. Τώρα πεινάω, παιδιά. 12 και μισή σχεδόν. Getting hungry. And it goes without saying that I love you all very much. And by all means, don't forget, I'm gonna sound now like a proper YouTuber. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Right? To my channel if you want to see more content. Σας αγαπάω πάρα πολύ, παιδιά. I'll see you in another video. Yeah.